Cheers, and what's up? I'm Steven from Long Beach Watch Club. Shout out to my boy Bat for that Douce VSOP. It does remind me of my Henny and Ginger Ale days, but yeah, yo, we've all been there. So for this episode, we're going to talk about a lot of crossover. Some of the overlapping things I see when I'm out in the wild, whether I'm sharing watches or selling a watch. See a couple things. That is in the Leica watch. Usually they're synonymous with cameras, and this specifically, it's a Leica L2. We'll jump into this in just a bit. So when I'm talking about crossover, we're saying like there's overlap where dudes that like watches like cameras, and they're typically like foodies or drinkers as well. So before we talk about watches, I do want to talk about Leica a little bit because photography is one of my jams. So I actually learned on a Leica M8, which is it's a rangefinder, but it's digital. I chose digital because you can machine gun, get unlimited shots. As most of you know, film is a super expensive hobby, whether it's buying the film or developing it. But when you're shooting digital, I like it as almost like a safety net where I can shoot as much as I want, take 10 shots, pick one. So I do think this was intentional that this came in glass. So while this is not a camera program, they go back and forth because we're clearly always photographing our watches. My tip is with Leica is their glass is peak. When I say peak is their glass, it just got something about it. It hums, it glows, it's cinematic. Secondly, when it comes to Leica, when you actually print out your pictures and you're using that Leica sensor and Leica glass, you get a nice, like from tip to tip, when it comes to printing out your actual paper photos, you get a very clear cinematic look. Now let's bridge the gap from cameras and glass and film to the watch world and horology. When you're looking at products, you're always looking at price points. Now, the price point for this is on the higher end, even for watches, even though it's not your legacy brand, it's up there with the Leica price points as well. Now, you can order these online. This steel version, I do not believe it is available anymore. I believe they have a PVD version. PVD meaning like it's got like that black coating. Now, we're gonna take a little bit of a deep dive into the insides and outsides of this piece and talk about whether that price point is justifiable. I do think it belongs in the horology world.
The crown here resembles a shutter button and has two positions. The watch is a manual hand wind. The button at 2 o'clock is a one-touch quick set date. And the crown at 4 controls the inner Zm2 function. Overall, all the buttons, they do have a nice crunch and click to them.
Here is that L2 on a real-time spin right there. And for those of you that know or don't know, I have a 6.7 inch wrist, so pretty slim there. Cheers, signing out. Check out the .com, check out the IG, and comment, subscribe, like. If you have any questions, you can hit me here on the comments, or you can email me. Peace.